Think about this for a moment. Every time you unwrap a chocolate bar, you're participating in a story that began thousands of years before the pyramids of Egypt were old, before Rome existed, and before the word chocolate had even been invented. What's remarkable is that for most of its history, chocolate wasn't food in the way we think of food today. It wasn't dessert. It wasn't candy. It wasn't a Valentine's Day gift. In fact, if you handed a modern chocolate bar to an Aztec noble or a Maya king, they might not even recognize it as chocolate at all. The ancient drink was bitter, spicy, frothy, and often served cold. And that froth? Believe it or not, it was one of the most important parts. Ancient Maya artwork shows people pouring chocolate from one vessel to another from considerable heights. For years, archaeologists wondered why they did this. Eventually, researchers concluded that they were deliberately creating foam. To the Maya and later the Aztecs, the foam represented the most luxurious and desirable part of the drink. Some elites would even skim off the froth and consume it separately. Imagine ordering a modern hot chocolate and caring more about the bubbles than the drink itself. That's how different their relationship with cacao was. But here's where the story becomes even more fascinating. Chocolate wasn't originally valued only for the beans. Researchers believe some of the earliest users of cacao may have been interested in the sweet pulp surrounding the seeds rather than the seeds themselves. The white, fruity pulp inside a cacao pod naturally ferments. Some archaeologists suspect ancient Amazonians may have first used the fruit to create fermented beverages before discovering the extraordinary potential hidden within the beans. In other words, chocolate may have been discovered almost by accident. A forgotten batch of fermenting cacao fruit could have revealed entirely new flavors and possibilities. That accidental discovery would eventually reshape global history. And when cacao moved north into Mesoamerica, it evolved into something far greater than a beverage. It became a symbol of civilization itself. The Maya recorded cacao in their writing system. Some ceramic vessels were actually labeled with glyphs indicating that they contained cacao. This is extraordinary because it allows archaeologists to compare chemical evidence with written evidence. Imagine discovering a 1,300-year-old mug that literally says chocolate on the side. That is exactly what researchers have found. These vessels reveal another surprising fact. The Maya were already experimenting with different chocolate recipes. Modern people often think flavored chocolate is a recent invention, but ancient cacao drinks could contain vanilla, chili peppers, honey, flowers, herbs, and maize. Different regions developed different preparations, just as modern coffee cultures vary around the world. One community might prefer a stronger drink. Another might add aromatic flowers. Another might mix cacao with maize to create a thicker beverage. Chocolate had already become a culinary art. Yet perhaps the strangest fact of all is how valuable cacao beans became. Among the Aztecs, cacao functioned as money. Not symbolic money, real money. Historical records suggest that specific goods had prices measured in cacao beans. A turkey could cost a certain number of beans. Food items, clothing, and services could all be purchased using cacao. Imagine walking into a supermarket today carrying a sack of chocolate chips instead of cash. That's not far from how the system worked. In fact, cacao became so valuable that counterfeiters appeared. Yes, counterfeit chocolate money existed. Historical accounts describe dishonest individuals emptying cacao shells and filling them with dirt or other materials to imitate genuine beans. The practice became widespread enough that authorities had to address it. Think about that. One of humanity's earliest examples of counterfeit currency involved chocolate. But the economic importance of cacao was only part of its power. Its spiritual significance may have been even greater. In Maya mythology, cacao appears closely linked to creation stories and divine beings. Archaeological discoveries suggest that cacao was present during ceremonies marking life's most important transitions: birth, marriage, political alliances, religious rituals, even death. Elite individuals were sometimes buried with cacao vessels intended to accompany them into the afterlife. The implication is profound. Chocolate wasn't merely consumed. It traveled with people into eternity. And then came one of the most dramatic turning points in food history. Europe discovered chocolate. When Spanish explorers encountered cacao, they initially struggled to appreciate it. The traditional drink was unlike anything Europeans had tasted. It was bitter and often spicy. Many found it unpleasant. Yet something about it intrigued them. Perhaps it was its prestige among indigenous elites. Perhaps it was its stimulating effects. Perhaps it was its exotic origin. Whatever the reason, experimentation began. Sugar was added. Cinnamon was added. Vanilla was added. The drink gradually transformed. And suddenly, chocolate became fashionable. By the 17th century, chocolate houses were appearing throughout Europe. These establishments functioned similarly to coffee houses. Intellectuals, merchants, politicians, and aristocrats gathered to drink chocolate while discussing business and current events. Chocolate had become a social phenomenon. But another little-known fact surprises many historians. For centuries after arriving in Europe, chocolate remained primarily a drink. Solid chocolate bars did not exist. When people said they were enjoying chocolate, they meant they were drinking it. The chocolate bar is actually a relatively recent invention. The transformation began during the Industrial Revolution. New technologies allowed manufacturers to process cacao more efficiently than ever before. One breakthrough came in 1828, when Dutch chemist Coenraad van Houten developed a hydraulic press capable of separating cocoa butter from cocoa solids. This innovation revolutionized chocolate production. Suddenly, manufacturers could control texture, consistency, and flavor in entirely new ways. Without this invention, the chocolate bars we know today might never have existed. Then another breakthrough changed everything again. In 1875, Swiss chocolatier Daniel Peter successfully combined chocolate with condensed milk developed by his neighbor Henri Nestlé. The result was milk chocolate, a product that would eventually dominate global chocolate consumption. What's fascinating is how quickly tastes changed. For thousands of years, chocolate had been consumed primarily as a bitter beverage. Within just a few generations, much of the world became obsessed with sweet solid chocolate. One innovation completely reshaped thousands of years of tradition. And yet, despite all these transformations, cacao itself remains remarkably mysterious. The cacao tree is notoriously difficult to cultivate. It thrives only within a narrow geographic band around the equator, often called the cacao belt. The trees are vulnerable to disease. They require specific environmental conditions, and they take years before producing meaningful harvests. Even today, growing cacao is far from easy. This fragility has shaped world history more than most people realize. Entire economies have depended on cacao production. Empires competed for control of profitable trade routes. Colonial powers expanded plantations across tropical regions. The demand for chocolate became so intense that it influenced migration, labor systems, and international commerce for centuries. A fruit once gathered in the Amazon eventually became a global commodity worth billions of dollars. And perhaps that's the most astonishing part of the story. The ancient Amazonians who first experimented with cacao could never have imagined where their discovery would lead. They could not have foreseen the Maya kings drinking ceremonial chocolate from painted vessels. They could not have imagined Aztec markets where cacao functioned as currency. They could not have predicted European aristocrats gathering in chocolate houses. And they certainly could not have envisioned supermarkets filled with hundreds of varieties of chocolate bars. Yet every one of those moments traces back to the same humble pod growing beneath the rainforest canopy. A single plant. A single discovery, a journey spanning more than 5 millennia. The next time you break off a piece of chocolate, remember that you're holding far more than a snack. You're holding the surviving descendant of one of humanity's oldest luxury goods. A former currency, a sacred ritual drink, a symbol of divine power, a product that crossed continents, transformed civilizations, and connected ancient Amazonian farmers with the modern world. And perhaps the most incredible fact of all is this: after more than 5,000 years, humanity is still finding new ways to fall in love with chocolate.